Hi guys, sorry about that. That was my little brother, and I didn't want him to be on camera with the whole internet to see, especially because I don't know if my mom would like that. But anyways, like I was saying, I got this book when I lived in an old townhouse. I was really sick. I had a fever, and on top of that, I hurt myself a few days ago, so I had to wear a cast and have crutches, and I couldn't walk anywhere. And it was just easier to stay in the couch so my mom could hear me if something happened. It was a small house, like a little garage, one, three bedrooms, my mom and my dad. Um, okay, it was a small house. We had a big backyard, a very tiny living room, a little loft kind of den area. My parents' bedroom, our kitchen was very small. Our dining table was also very small. It was so small our feet were touching. A big backyard, a small entryway outside, and the door all the way pushed back in. A garage, a backyard, my parents' room, um, the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, small, the little den area, one bathroom, possibly two, the other one being in my mom's room, uh, three rooms, my mom's room, my room, and then a room my sisters had to share. And I think that was it. It's a really small house, but anyways, my mom just thought it easier for me to stay in the little den, so that's where I stayed for a while. And one day they went shopping. I couldn't go. They went to Target. I was really mad. But then they came back with this book, and I was happy. So that's how I got sick, and that is how I got my book. A lot of my books, a lot of my recent books, have been bought. So here's how it went. A lot of my books I got from my old school. They were selling them because the school was getting rebuilt and stuff. So they were giving them away for free. Me and my friend, during our lunch break, after we were done working in the cafeteria, we eat it super fast, and then we went up to the library and got some books. I always got the most because I loved reading. Um, so I got a lot of my books, a lot of my old kind of books from the library. I got my new kind of books from birthdays or from Walmart, Target. My looked runny down with like tags on them are either from my old school or from the thrift books shop that you can get online for like $4. Sometimes you can get a book for $2. I once got a book for $1. But anyways, those are the story of my books. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 shelves plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books kind of spread out. I have some right here on top of my bookshelf, then 3 shelves on my bookshelf, then a lot of them on my desk, then 3 shelves of bookshelves, and then 5 with bookshelves on them, and then my little bookstand nightstand right here with one set but 2 sets of books. It's the Vampire Diaries, the whole series, and then the whole series of Stefan's Diaries. But anyways, back to the book. Let's see. So we stopped at Will. I whisper, watching as Will sits down in a chair beside me, scooting it back to make sure he's a safe distance away. It's your first surgery without Abby, he says in explanation. A new expression I don't quite recognize filling his blue eyes. It's not mocking or jokey. It's totally and completely open, almost earnest. I swallowed hard, trying to stop the emotions that come bubbling up, tears clouding my eyes. How did you know that? I've seen all your movies, he says, his eyes crinkling at the corners as he smiles at me. And you might say I'm a fan. All of them, even the embarrassing ones from when I was 12. And when he says I see all of your movies, he's talking about her YouTube channel. She had a YouTube channel. She posted about her family. I think she did her sister recorded her when she was surprised to go up on stage and sing. And then when she got in the hospital, she talked about like her Afro vest and what she had to do and recorded her nerves and all that. And Will has seen all of that because he loves her. Freaking love. True love is amazing. So, yeah. All of them, even the embarrassing one from when I was 12. I might mess this up, he says, clearing his throat as he pulls a sheet of paper from his pocket. He starts to sing softly. I love you, a bushel and a peck. Go away, I'm being stupid, I blubber as I wipe the tears away with the back of my hand, shaking my head. A bushel and a peck and a hug around his neck. Abby's song. He's singing Abby's song. The tears start rolling down my face faster than I can catch them as I watch his deep blue eyes focus on reading every lyric off to crumbled piece of paper. I feel like my heart might burst. I'm feeling so many things at once. My gran used to sing us that song. I never loved it, but Abby did. We're almost done, guys. Let's see. He laughs, shaking his head. I had to Google it. Man, it is old. I laugh with him nodding. I know. What the hell is a barrel and a heap? We say at the same time, the both of us laughing, his eyes meeting mine and making my heart dance. Inside my chest, the heart monitor just next to him beeping faster and faster. He leans forward ever so slightly, just barely in the danger zone, but enough to push away the pain of the G-tube. You're going to be just fine, Stella. His voice is deep, soft. I know in that moment, even though it could not be more ridiculous, that if I die in there, I won't die without falling in love. Promise, I ask. He nods and stretches his arm out, holding up a gloved pinky across the distance. I take it and we pinky promise. The smallest contact, but the first time we've ever touched. True love, guys. Alright, now that doesn't scare me. My head snaps in the direction of the door as the sound of footsteps comes closer and closer. Dr. Hammond appears, a surgical nurse pushing through the door with her. Ready to get this show on the road, she says, shooting me a thumbs up. Sorry guys, I had to see if Will left. My head whips around to the chair where Will was sitting, fear gripping my chest. It's empty. And then I see him behind the gray curtain, his back. 2 more pages. Pressed up against the wall, he holds his finger to his mouth and pulls his face mask off to smile at me. I smile back as I look at him. I start to believe what he said. I'm going to be fine. A few minutes later, I'm lying on the operating table, the room dim except for the blinding light directly above my head. All right, Stella, you know what to do, a voice says, holding up a mask in a blue-gloved hand. My heart begins pounding nervously, and I turn my head to face them, meeting their dark eyes as they put the mask over my nose and mouth. When I wake up, it will all be over. 10, I say, looking past the astronologist to the operating room wall, my eyes landing on a shape that's oddly familiar. Abby's long drawing. How? And that was Will. But I know, of course, Will. He snuck it into the operating room. A single tear falls from my eye, and I keep counting. 9, 8. The flowers all start to swim together. The blues and the pinks and the whites all twisting and turning and blurring together. The colors coming off the page and reaching toward me. 7, 6, 5. The night sky suddenly comes to life, swimming past the flowers, the stars filling the air around me. They twinkle and dance above my head, close enough for me to reach out and touch them. I hear a voice humming somewhere in the distance, a bushel and a peck. 4, 3. The edges of my vision start going black, my world going darker and darker. I focus on a single star, a single point of light getting brighter and warmer and more overwhelming. The humming stops and I hear a voice, far off and mumbled, Abby. Oh my God, it's Abby's voice. Back. Don't. Too, I whisper, not sure if it's in my head or out loud. And then I see her. I see Abby right there in front of me. blurry at first and then as clear as day. My dad's curly hair and her larger than life smile and her hazel eyes identical to my own. More. Time. She's pushing me away from the light. 1. Darkness. And that is the end of chapter 13. Next time, I'm not sure when, but we will read chapter 14, Will. I'll read the first paragraph. It says, I quietly push open the door, looking both ways before sneaking out of the pre-op area and almost running smack into a nurse. I quickly look away and put my face mask up to disguise myself as she heads inside. And that is just a preview of chapter 14, Will. I'm going to switch my bookmarks, so give me one second. I'll get a better one for this one. So, like I said, guys, if you want me to read this Bridgerton one, I will. I would love to read you the whole series, but unfortunately, I am not going to spend like over $1,000 on the entire series. Plus, my mom said don't buy any because she was planning on buying them. I don't know if that's still true, but all I know is that I wanted this book and this book only. So if you guys would like me to read you this book, what's wrong with my camera? If you guys would like me to read you this book, I am more than happy to read it to you, but I want to read it by myself first, if you guys don't mind. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to read it to you when I'm done. Look how pretty it is, though. Oh, my all-time favorite book. And it's so different from the series, too. And in the series, they take stuff from the book. And in interviews, they talk about the book. And in interviews, for those of you who have watched Bridgerton, they say two things. I just love Bridgerton. So I would love to learn how to do this, and I don't know how. I've asked people, but they've never really given me a good, straightforward, simple as can be, honest answer. But I would love how to make edits, because people made edits about them and put songs on it. I would love to know how to do that. So if any of you know how to do that, please talk to me in the comments. But anyways, I watch all kinds of music edit, love videos about them. I watch a bunch of interviews where they're just having fun, doing who's most likely to do this on the cast, between you two, who's most likely to be the better cook. And I've watched interviews where they're doing that, and just normal interviews. And in interviews, they've said two things. Colin and Penelope, I don't know their real names. It's a little confusing for me to say. I know his name is Luke, but a little different. But anyways, they said that when they were doing season 3, episode 4, Mir, and their intimate, that they broke the chair, and that they could have played it off, but Luke said that she said in her accent, her Australian accent, or whatever kind of accent she has, that she said in her normal accent voice, Luke, we broke the chair. And it was really interesting to hear them say that. And in another one, they say that when she is gonna be engaged to Lord Betherington or something like that, that when they were kissing for the first time, the director, before they got to the Bridgerton house, the director told them to cut, and then she didn't stop until she saw that they were at the house, and then the director came in and he was like, what were you guys doing? She's like, well, we were acting, this is that. He's like, oh, well, I said cut. So apparently they left it in the show, which is really cool, and now going back and reading about it and listening to it. But apparently they weren't supposed to go to the Bridgerton house and keep kissing and be like, Colin, we're at your house, and Colin be like, oh God. But no, apparently they were just acting, and that was like a real thing that happened, and they left it in the show, and it's just really cool to listen to. But I love Bridgerton, you guys. I didn't think I would like it because of the way they talk, and because there's a lot of intimate scenes in it. I'm not going to say any more, but I think we all know what intimate means. But anyways, there's a lot of intimate scenes in it, but honestly, it is such a good series, guys, and they're already talking about season 4. So, yeah, go watch Bridgerton, guys. That's all I can say. But bye guys. I will see you hopefully whenever I do. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a notification. Turn on that bell so you never miss a notification. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of my videos is what I meant to say. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. A thumbs down if you did not like it. Give me comments about how to do edits. If you like this book. If you would like me to stop with this. If you would like me to stop with this book and read this book instead. I'm going to go like this for a thumbnail. But anyways, if you like me to read this book, or if you like me to read this book and stop reading this book, or read this book and then this book, let me know. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments on how to make fan edits, which book you would prefer. Yeah, subscribe, comments about fan, books, thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe, comments if you did like this video, if you did not, if you want me to post about wrestling, anything else in the world, and I will bid you guys farewell for now. I'm gonna now read this book for myself, and I will just see you guys hopefully whenever I do. Until then, bye guys, have a great evening, day, midday, night, morning, whatever it is. Bye guys.